Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look. I did a matte smoky eye using the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. I just got this and I'm kind of obsessed with it. I actually wasn't sure if I should get it at first because I kind of usually lean towards shimmery shades more than matte shades, but I really love this look that I did with it. I did this look a few days ago and when I first got the palette, and I just wanted to try it out, and I really like this look. So anyway, I'm going to be doing this matte smoky look. It's using the cool tone shades. The top row of the palette has more cool tone shades and the bottom row of the palette has warmer shades. So I used pretty much all of the shades on this top row, the cooler shades, because I wanted to do a cool smoky eye, cool tone smoky eye. For my lips, I put on the KathleenLights ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in 0.0. And this is the really pretty cool tone brown. I really like this color. I think it's perfect for this look. I think it goes really well with the smoky eye look. So anyway, if you would like to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So I already put on my face makeup and did my eyebrows, and now I'm going to go into the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. I'm taking the shade Commando, which is a pale nude color that's a little bit darker than my skin tone, and I'm using a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just applying this to my crease, and I'm using this shade as a transition shade. So I'm just very messily kind of blending this in my crease just to add some color there. Next, I'm taking the shade Nude, which is a little bit paler than the Commando shade, and I'm applying this all over my lid using a shading brush. I'm just packing on the color and blending it into my crease. And then with the shade Tempted, which is a darker nude, kind of like a light taupe color, I am using a different blending brush and just blending this into the crease to build up the color. So I'm slowly adding color, going from light to dark to kind of build up the smoky effect. And I just keep adding color and blending it out until it's the kind of effect I want. I'm taking the shade Instinct, which is a light mauve color, and using a pointed crease brush, I'm just lightly building this color up in the crease and also on the outer part of my lid, but focusing on the outer corner. I'm using a pointed brush and then I'm blending it out with a clean fluffy brush. So I just keep packing on the color and blending it out until it's the look I want. Now I'm taking the shade Lethal, which is the darkest wine kind of burgundy shade on the top row, and using a pointed brush, I'm just building this color on the outer corner of my lid, and then I'm working it into the crease. I'm keeping this color right in my crease, kind of like tightly in the crease without blending it out too much, but then I'm going to blend it out with a clean fluffy brush. With this smoky look, I'm using clean blending brushes or clean fluffy brushes to blend out the colors, because that way you're not adding more color when you're blending it out. So you could really work the colors together and blend them together. And I just keep blending it until it looks like it's all blended and cohesive. Then with the shade Commando again, I'm using a shading brush and just building this color on my lid from the middle to the inner corner, because some of that light color blended away when I added the dark shades. And taking the shade Instinct again on a fluffy brush, I'm just blending this into the crease with the darker wine color just to build up the color, make it a little bit darker, and also to blend in that wine color so it looks a little bit more blended, so it's not just like a harsh dark wine. And I'm taking more of the shade, the Lethal shade, which is that dark wine shade, and just packing it on my outer corner and then working it into my crease a little bit more just to build up the intensity of the smoky look, because I thought it looked a little bit too light. And then I'm using a larger, clean, fluffy brush just to blend out the crease. And then I'm taking the shade Instinct, which is that mauve color again, and I'm blending this on my lower lash line, kind of smoking it out. I'm not being that precise, I'm just using a pointed brush. And then I'm taking the shade Lethal and blending this on the lower lash line, focusing on the outer corner up to the middle of my lower lash line. I'm not going all the way to the inner corner. I want to focus this on the outside of my lower lash line. And I'm blending it in with the Instinct shade, so the lower lash line kind of blends and looks similar to the crease and the smoky eye on the top. So with this look, it's pretty much you're just building up color as you go, blending in the light and the dark shades, and then anytime you feel like you need it to be a little bit darker, just add some more of the dark shade, and if it's too dark, you could add some of the light shade, and just keep blending and blending, and make sure you use a clean, fluffy brush to blend them together. That will really help with any harsh lines, and that will really help to blend the colors so they look seamless. You could pretty much just do this look however you like. I like this effect where it was a little bit darker, but if you didn't want it to be this smoky, you don't have to use as much of the dark shades, or if you want it even more smoky, you could add more. And then to highlight my brow bone in my inner corner, I took the shade Blow, which is kind of a white creamy color. And to line my eyes, I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. When I do a winged liner, I start on the outer corner of my eye and add the wing first. And I kind of go along, kind of working the wing out along the natural curve of where my lower lash line would curve up, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like I'm extending my lower lash line up, kind of creating a slim triangle there. And then I just work it, keep going and blending into the rest of my eyelid on the upper lash line, just to extend the line. And as I get closer to the inner part of my lash line, I make the liner thinner. So it's also easier to do the wing first, so that when you get to the inner part of your lash line, there's less product on the brush, so it makes it easier to make the line thinner there. And then for mascara, I combined the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara and the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara, because I first used the Too Faced one and I didn't think it looked dark enough. I wanted my lashes to look a little bit more voluminous, so that's why I used the L'Oreal one too. Finally, for my lips, I'm using the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade 0.0. And again, this is a pretty cool tone brown shade. I love this color. I think this is like a perfect eye look to wear this shade with, because it really goes well with the cool tone smoky look. So with that, this look is complete. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!